everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I don't actually know what this sort of design is called, but I saw it on Pinterest and it looked really cute, so I just thought I was going to give it a go. I mean, I'm not expecting this video to be really long because hopefully it's going to be relatively easy, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx myself and make it sound easier than it's going to end up being. So first of all, I'm going to paint two nails. I'm going to paint two nails just like plain colour. So one of them is going to be, please ignore the fact that I still haven't done my right hand of nails yet. I am doing it tonight before I go on holiday tomorrow, but I sort of want to get all my filming done tonight. I want to get all my filming done before I start doing my nails because I don't want to ruin them like by accident, like just doing whatever I'm doing in the videos and stuff. So I am trying to keep it like a task that I do at the end of the night instead of in the middle, so that's why they're not done yet. So I'm doing one nail the grey, which is Gunpowder from Gel Perfection, and then I'm also doing one nail Berry Jam, which is this beautiful, obviously berry colour because it's literally called Berry Jam, but it's beautiful. The picture that I actually saw was red and grey, but I've done so many red nails, like I haven't done them yet. I've done quite a few red nails for my channel already, like pre-scheduled and stuff to go up for Christmas, and I've also I know that I'm going to be doing lots of red coming up for this time of year, so I definitely don't want to do too much because I know I'm going to get real sick of it really soon. So this nail I'm doing half and half, so I'm just going to use my the bottle brush to apply this to half of the nail, roughly as close as I can anyway. And then once I'm happy, I will flash cure it for 10 seconds so I can go in and do the other side without having to wait for a full cure. So I'm just going to pop that in the lamp for 10 seconds. And then I can go straight in with the grey because obviously it's not going to be touching. Well, it's going to be touching me. It's not going to be on top of each other, so it will still cure fully afterwards. And then we're going to be using a glitter as well, which I haven't actually figured out which one I'm going to use yet. I might use the champagne, what's it called? Gel paint from Magpie, because I used that in a video earlier and I actually really liked that. It's lovely, so I might give that a go for this set as well. It's a really beautiful colour. I'm not too bothered about getting it perfect, like that bit in the middle doesn't matter because I'm going to be covering it up anyway with the whichever glitter I decide to go with. So I've just popped that in the lamp as well. I'm thinking actually I might do like a rose gold because grey goes really well with rose gold and so does berry, so I think that'd look really cute. So I'm going to use rose, I think, from Gel Perfection because it's it is rose gold, obviously it's called rose, but it's not too rosy, if that makes sense. This is it, and I think it's just beautiful, so I think I'm going to use that. So I'm just waiting for those to cure. I've done a full cure this time because I need to do 2 coats of the half and half nail and obviously the full 2 plain nails as well. So I'm just going to do those first, but in the meantime I'm just going to paint these other 2 nails just white, and then I will do the nail art on those afterwards. So first of all, literally just going to do 2 coats of white on both of these 2 nails that we've got left because obviously I'm doing a set of 5. So the base of these 2 is going to be white. We're going to do some nail art on top. So I'm just going to cure all of those. I'm going to do 2 coats on everything, 2 of the half and half and 2 of all the plain nails. Then once I've done that, we can come back here and do the next bit. Okay, so first up is this half and half nail, just because it's super easy, so I might as well just get this one out of the way. So I'm just using my Erin's favourite brush, which is this nice long striper from Erin's collection. It's always linked in my description box, so that is where you can find those. I don't have a discount code unfortunately, but they're definitely worth the money without the discount because they are fab. So I'm just going to line down the middle. Really nice and easy, super simple, and like I said, doesn't matter then if you get the half and half a bit wonky or anything because your line down the middle is going to sort it straight out, so it's fine. So next up we're going to do the plain nails because we're just going to do a bit of a cuff just around this area down here, which obviously if this was on a person it would be the cuticle area. The picture that I saw was actually, it wasn't a cuff, it was a French, a very like very thin French. It was just the very tip. But I've decided to do it this way around instead, because I don't like to copy things like exactly. I like to put at least like a tiny, tiny difference in there. But obviously you could do French if you want to, or you can do the cuff. It really doesn't matter. Or you could just leave them plain. You could add some crystals at the cuticle area or wherever you want on the plain nails. I don't know where these little hairs come from, but they drive me insane. I'm just making sure that's all nice and covered, and that's literally it. Like, I'm not doing anything extravagant with these plain nails because the other ones are going to be designed, so these ones are literally just something simple. So I'm just making sure that it goes down to about the same place on both sides. I'm going to do the grey one off camera because it's going to look the exact same way as this one, it's just going to be grey. So I'll do that separately, and then we can move on to the designed nails, which I don't actually know how we're going to go because I've never done a design like it, so your guess is as good as mine. I mean, it's not, your guess is definitely better than mine because you will have seen the thumbnail now, so you'll know exactly what it looks like, but at this moment in time I don't know how it's going to turn out, so let's wait and see. So I'm going to use my smaller brush, which is the Bestie, which is also one of Erin's, well, one out of Erin's collection. Just going to give it clean because it's gross. But yeah, these brushes are so good, honestly. I really recommend them. I don't have any affiliation with Erin or her brand at all. I just really recommend them because I use them all the time and they are fab. So we're going in first. I'm going to like start with the easy one because the other one is giving me a bit of a headache just looking at it. So God knows how I'm going to do it. But let's just give it a go. We don't know if we can do something unless we try. And we definitely can't do it if we don't keep going. So first of all, I'm just going into the berry colour. And we're going to put this on the... well, don't suppose it matters which side you do it, so I'm just going to do it on this side. So first of all, I'm just going to find about where halfway is, like to the middle and then to the edge, and then I'm going to draw a triangle shape from that point, and I'm going to try and get it symmetrical, well, as symmetrical as I can, because like I've mentioned before, like that is absolutely not my strong point. Like me and symmetry just we don't see eye to eye, I'm afraid, so that's not good, but it's fine. We're working with it. It doesn't help that these tips are a really odd shape. They're quite narrow, whereas I feel like this would probably work better if they weren't, but never mind, it's fine. We're going to work with it. It might be one of those trust the process designs where you get to the end and you think, okay, actually, that looks really good. We can always hope. So I'm just filling in this triangle now. So this design is going to be done in layers. The grey area, I'm basically going to do the grey on the other side the exact same way as this, but I'm gonna flash cure this side first, just because I don't want it, like if those middle bits do touch slightly, there's a little hair in there which is very, very annoying, but if those middle bits do touch slightly, like I was saying, they're going to merge together and it's going to be an absolute nightmare to fix that. I'm gonna have to do it again, so I'm just gonna get rid of this hair for a start because it's really throwing me off, and then I'm gonna flash cure this for 10 seconds once I'm happy with it, and then do the grey so they don't merge together by accident. So I'm gonna pop that, I think that's about the middle, I don't know, I feel like I should make it longer this side, I'm not sure. Just going to make it a little bit longer. It just doesn't look right. I don't know whether that's because of the shape of the nails or whether it's just I've done it really bad, but we'll soon find out. It's fine. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp for 10 seconds, like I said, and then we can do the grey on the other side the same. So I'm just going to do the same thing again, like just take it through to the middle-ish. I don't know. And then I'm going to try and make it symmetrical to that side now. So say that's about there, and then at the top about there. I don't know. We'll soon find out when I've done it and it looks really odd, but let's just do it. It's the best way to find out if it's going to work out or not, is to just do it. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know why I decided to use the smaller brush, because I do work much better with a long liner, which is why I love the Erin's favourite brush, but I just feel like I use that one quite a lot, so it was about time I mixed it up a little bit, even though I use this one all the time as well. But I'm just filling in this little triangle now, and then before I do anything else, like before the next step, I'm going to full cure this for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to go over both sides with another coat of gel polish just to get it nice and like even coverage, because even though these polishes are really good coverage, I feel like 2 coats would just be that smidge bit better, so I will do that. So I'm relatively happy with that. I'm going to pop it in the lamp for a full cure. It's definitely not exactly the same, but it's fine. I don't think it'll matter too much that it's slightly off, so that's all right. So I'm going to do a full cure of that. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for it off camera, I'm just going to top coat these 2. Oh gosh, we've got a hairy card now, but I'm just going to top coat these 2 because these are done. This is literally the only design I'm doing on these, and also this one as well, and then we can obviously continue with the other 2. Okay, once I've done that, we're then going to create some lines. So from what I can gather from the photo, they need to go like across here, across here, across here, and across here. So it's literally just 4 lines, but obviously they need to be symmetrical, and that is just not something that I'm very good at. So we're going to give it a go. I can't say it's going to go very well, but these are all cured now, so obviously if I do mess it up, it's not too big of a deal, because I can just wipe it off and start again. So I've just marked out around where I think halfway is, and I'm just going to use that as like a reference point sort of thing to create the line. I mean, I'm assuming you just sort of go with like the same width from this bit, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to do that. I don't know why I'm so nervous. It doesn't really matter. Like if it goes wrong, we'll just do it again. So I'm just going to get all the excess off my brush, because I want to make sure it's a really, really like not a heavy amount at first. I'll build it up when I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to get my brush and draw a line straight up there. Okay, that went okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing but the opposite way, like down here. So again, just straight down there. Okay, it's going well. And then we're going to do it the other way this time, which is going to be confusing, because obviously everyone just naturally works better like in like one direction more than the other, and this is not the direction that I work better in, so we'll see. Yeah, that didn't go very well. Very, very wonky. But it's fine. I'm gonna go with it. I'm not even gonna bother fixing it, because to be honest, I don't really care enough to fix it. I mean, you know, it's not affecting anybody. It's not on a person's hand. It's very annoying actually. Now I've like sat back and looked at it, it is very irritating. So I'm going to attempt to take off these 2 at the bottom and leave the top 2 on. This, my friends, is exactly why I like to flash cure. Because if I'd have flash cured those 2 original lines when I was happy with them, I could have literally just wiped over this whole nail and been absolutely fine. But here we are, fixing a mess as always, but it's fine. That'll do. It's close enough. Right. So again, we're going to start here and bring it down and across. I wish I'd done it this way to start with, actually. This was much easier to do it this way and look at it from this angle. Which, to be fair, is the angle that I'd look at it if it was on a person anyway. So that's that nail. Wasn't as difficult as I made it seem. So next one is actually more difficult, which is going to be even more fun. So I am probably going to flash fill this as I go along if I ever get to a point of actually liking any part of it. So this one, I need to locate the middle of the nail. I'm just going to pop a dot in the middle for reference. So I'm going to say it's about there. And I need to draw like a diamond sort of shape, which is not going to end well, but I'm going to give it a go. So what I'm going to do that is I'm going to pull upwards from this dot and then downwards. Never drew a diamond before. So this is not going to end well, but it's all good. We're still going to try. And then to the side, and I'm trying to just get it like as even as possible. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to link up those like points. Do you know what? I'm really I'm quite confident with line work when it comes to long straight lines. Like, that is absolutely my cup of tea. I love it. But when it comes to short lines, no. It's not for me. I'm just going to get a bit of product off there. I'm not a short line painter sort of person. But again, you got to give it a go. Or else you never know and you never improve. So here we are. Just holding my breath every time I paint. And I'm slightly adjusting it as I go along because I can feel like as I'm painting that it's not symmetrical. And I don't know how important it is to get it symmetrical for this design. So I'm trying my hardest to keep it like as symmetrical as I can. Because it might turn out to be one of those designs where if it's not, it looks ridiculous at the end. So, trying. That's all we can do. So once I've done that, I'm then just gonna, I've just realised now that it's nowhere near big enough because I need to do like 2 more triangles here and they're gonna be really long compared to this middle one. So I'm just gonna stretch it out a little. I'm gonna fill in the middle bit because I feel like it'll be easier to visualise once the middle bit is filled out. Filled in even, not filled out. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, now I've filled that in, I think it may be easier for me to see what I need to do. So I'm just going to start again with those side corners. I'm going to bring them further down and then flip around and do the same thing but up, because I find it easier to pull than push a brush, like, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm going to do that on all sides, so I'm not going to film it all in real time because you're going to get really bored, because I'm probably going to mess about with this for way longer than I should. That is usually what I do. I feel like I need to like push it out further because it's going longer now as well. So I'm going to do the rest of it off camera because I'm going to annoy myself and I don't want to annoy you. Like, I don't want you to watch it and it stress you out. So I'm just going to literally just finish off this one here and hopefully that'll be all right then, and then we can carry on. So I finished that. It's definitely not symmetrical, but to be honest, I'm past caring, so it's fine. So we're going to go in with the grey now, and we're basically going to do a triangle like either side of this one, and also top and bottom of it as well. So I'm just drawing lines coming from the triangle I've already done, and then hopefully it'll look alright when they're all joined up and stuff. So it's all just about triangles and lines for this set basically. I mean, it's definitely not one that I'm going to like advertise on my page. It's definitely going to stay hidden, and if a client ever asks for it, I'm just going to say that I, for some reason, cannot complete it. We've all got our favourite sort of sets to do, and this is absolutely not going to be one of those. I'm just going to pull this one further out a little. So I'm just trying to like do the lines like in line with the triangle that's already there. In theory, this bit should be the easiest bit really. Now we've got that original one down, we should just be able to create the others like from that one, if it makes sense. I mean, it already looks nothing like the picture, but it's fine. It might be a trust the process one. It might improve as the design gets further along. Or it might just look like absolute crap. But I'm still going to upload it because not everything always goes perfectly. So I feel like this might be one of those sets that proves that, but we shall see. I'm thinking positive. Well, I'm not, but I'm trying to. So I'm just creating the lines and basically just filling them in. Obviously I will do 2 coats, but for now I'm just making sure the lines are where I need them, because then the lines that I'm going to create after the triangles correspond with where the triangles are. So that sort of is important, that they all line up, I think. These ones on the side are super small. I think that's the problem with these really narrow tips, is that obviously if I'd done the one in the middle like really narrow, I'd have got more grey on the side walls, but the, what's it called in the middle, the triangle in the middle would have looked really weird if it was any slimmer, I feel. I mean, it could definitely look better like in terms of symmetry, but in terms of size, I think it would have looked a bit strange. I know I said practice makes perfect, but I have decided that I will not be trying to perfect this design. I am not going to practice it. I'm just going to have this one as one of those things that I just don't enjoy doing, and I'm happy with that. So that's that. I'm going to pop that in the lamp, and then I'll do the second coat of grey off camera, and then once I've done that we can come back and finish off with the last step. Okay, so last step of this design is now to go in with the lines that are going to hopefully finish it off. Okay, so I totally forgot to do the second coat. I've done the second coat of grey now, so we're moving on to the lines in the design. So I'd say they probably join again like middle of where that would be, so I'm just sort of just going to go with it, you know. Obviously the underneath is cured, so if it goes really wrong, it's fine. I can just wipe it off. It's not really a big deal. So I'm just going to go with the flow. I mean, I've got the feeling I'm going to wipe this off already. Yeah, let's try again. Let's do it again. So it actually would be helpful to remove the tacky layer as well, so the nail's not quite as slippery. So I'm going to get my polish again, and I'm just going to basically do the exact same thing again. I'm going to pay more attention this time to where I'm doing it. So let's come up the top of that. Would that be right? This is actually more difficult than it looks. Like, well, not more difficult, it looks, I'm making it look very difficult, so you know, it's probably not more difficult than I'm making it look, but in general, like the picture itself, I am finding it much more difficult to do it than the picture makes it seem. Although I did look at the picture and think, I am never in a million years going to be able to do that, there's way too much going on there, it's going to hurt my head, and you know what, I wasn't wrong, I know myself well. I'm going to start down here instead, just see if that makes any difference. So I'm going to start here and just take it over there. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, but in the other direction. And hope for the best. Do I like that? That side could go up a bit higher. Do you know what? That's not too bad. I'm going to flash cure that for 10 seconds just because it's half decent. So I feel like I need to make the most of it because it might not happen again. And then I'm going to do the different direction again. So I'm still not doing the top bits because for some reason I can't seem to crack those. So I'm going to do across the middle two now. So across here and across there. So I'm going to just go for it. Definitely shouldn't have just gone for it. I should have put a bit more effort into it, but it's fine. Got a hair or something in there that needs to leave. It's gone, it's on my brush. Okay, so that's the middle one done. I'm going to do it again, but the other way round. I can't usually I don't know, I'm not very good at lines like pulling towards me. I'm always better at like pulling away. So I'm going to give it a go. It's probably not going to end well. I probably should have flash cured that line too, but it's fine. Do you know, it wasn't too bad. It would be really good if my camera would stay focused, wouldn't it, really? Let's be honest, but never mind. Okay, it's all good. We're getting there. So I'm going to flash cure that as well for 10 seconds. Although I must say, I am actually quite happy with how it's turned out. Like, it definitely, at one point I was thinking I might just put it in the bin and move on with my life and act like it never happened. But I'm glad I didn't do that. It's not that bad. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's not awful. And then hopefully this bit should just be easy now because we've got the other lines to be like symmetrical too. So we'll see how that goes down. Yes, see, I was just starting in the wrong place, that's all. That's all it was. See, that turned out quite cute. Right, I'm going to top coat, no, I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds, a full cure, and then I'm going to top coat that nail and the other one with the lines and triangles and stuff. This one was definitely my favourite nail, so much easier, and looks really effective, to be fair. I quite like it. So I'm going to top coat those two that are left, and then I'm going to put them all together so we can have a look at them as a set. So this is the finished look. I'm actually really happy with how they turned out, you know. I mean, it's not been the easiest, as you've probably gathered from how many attempts it took me to do the same nail over and over. But you know what? I am glad with how they turned out. Very cute. I wouldn't wear it myself, I'm not going to lie, but it doesn't mean that it's not nice for somebody to wear. Like, everyone likes different things. That's the joy of this sort of job. You get to play on creativity and work with different types of people. But yeah, let me know whether you like it or not. I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll be back really soon with another one. Bye!